It's week 8 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He had the green light to sling it last week. Over 450 yards passing. It's the Broncos and the Ravens. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 match. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie cornerback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. Bottom line, how do they get a win?
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Operating from the gun. Hurd. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Sheds him off at the 45. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Hurd. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped into the turf. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hurd. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And pass past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Williams running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is going to lose here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Did you turn that heat off?
3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, you so?
And he'll just toss it around.
She did. She said 28, like I said. Your day was wrong. Your day was wrong. You see where it say yeah right here? Where it say yeah right here? Your day was wrong. Your day was wrong. Your day was wrong.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Your day was wrong. You need to get your day
fixed. Focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Your day
so far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, into a sea of defenders, intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now Rodgers running the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hurd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st down, Rodgers.
We're going to get cold right away. You got to wait till the air come in.
And he's got this down a yard or 2.
Which way? Is it in the middle?
Out of bounds.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this 1st quarter. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The Broncos at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Rodgers throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
First down, Broncos.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got Thomas yet again complete.
To Michael Thomas.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 4.
And 4. At the Ravens' 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. First target, first catch, and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
Touchdown, Broncos! Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Youngway Koo set to kick off.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hit.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19.
1st down, Broncos.
Now Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Hurd. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Hamler, the motion man left. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on second down. Hurd, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On third down, here's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A final shot before break. Hurd. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Short throw to Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Williams. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. But during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Williams again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go. It's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. The stop made defensively by Mike Edwards. Now 2nd and 9. Off play action. Hurd. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Hurd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 40-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Hurd. And the Broncos get there and take him down. David Onyemata drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Broncos coming hard, and it's blocked. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Hurd. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And here's Ryan Wright now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
From plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jordan Phillips busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Rodgers now to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is caught. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. Off the play fake, Hurd. He gets this one to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Hurd. That caught by Tremble. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Complete to number 82, Tommy Tremble. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off play action, Hurd. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Hurd. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 5. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start, offense.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Throwing to start the drive. Hurd. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on second down. Hurd toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Here's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Denver,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.